let's show our first presenter that we give a damn. Please welcome the President and CEO of ALS Nova Scotia, Jean Carter.
So people out in the aisles and change of clothes to go out in the parking lot and do a nice bucket challenge. No one's up for that tonight? I'm still riding a high because earlier today we announced that out of the $500,000 raised in Nova Scotia, we are donating $250,000 to world-class research that's happening right here in Canada. And in fact, ALS research that happens here at Dalhousie, well, we're at St. Mary's, but the ALS research is at Dalhousie University. And we're making $100,000 investment into new equipment, which I'm going to tell you a little bit later. And then we're keeping some money back for some sustainability, which I think is good stewardship of our funds. So all diseases are really difficult, but ALS seems to be the real biggie. Imagine losing your ability to walk and talk and even breathe on your own. And yet your mind is fully intact. ALS is always fatal, and most people lose their battle with the disease within 2 to 5 years. But at the ALS Society, we try to focus on the living with ALS. Often we meet people within 2 to 3 hours of their diagnosis. We're on site at the ALS clinic, and they're sitting in front of us, and we're wondering what do we say and how do we offer them some hope. So the first thing we do is we allow them time to grieve. And then the second thing we do is we tell them that we'll be with them absolutely every step of the way. And we are. In a few weeks, we have another conversation with them. We go to visit with them in their home where we give them a call. And we say, you have a certain amount of time left. We take a little bit of a tough love approach. How do you want to spend that time? Do you want to spend it in your home and in your bed and not being part of society? Or is there something you really want to do? And how can we help you do that? And you know what? Most times people grab onto that. We've seen people with ALS do absolutely amazing things. But they need some adaptive equipment usually to do that. Most people with ALS will use $70,000 to $100,000 worth of equipment in order to remain mobile, in order to breathe, in order to communicate. And of course, that's prohibitive for most families. So at ALS Nova Scotia, we run an equipment loan program. Right now, we are in need of 5 power tilt wheelchairs. And those wheelchairs cost between $35,000 and $40,000 a piece. And they can be used when someone has lost their ability to move their arms or their legs or any other part of their body but their eyes or their head. And that's why they're so expensive. Tonight I'm going to tell you 2 stories. I could tell you stories that would make you laugh and cry all night about the amazing people that we serve, but I only have 5 minutes and I've heard the timer's a little strict, so I'll keep to that 5 minutes. The first story is about Mike, and Mike's a veteran who's been living with ALS for 10 years, which is unusual. And he's been in a power tilt wheelchair for quite some time, and he uses a feeding tube to eat. So about 6 or 7 months ago, he came in, and his wheelchair is always full of mud. So you know he's been out having an adventure. So he come in, a big grin on his face, but he's all scratched up, and he's black and blue, and he's waving a photo in his hand, and it's a photo of his wheelchair being taken out of the ditch by a tow truck. And feeding tube formula is white, blood from rolling around in the ditch is red, and bruises are black and blue. And he had a little accident with his power chair and rolled around down the ditch, and his feeding tube plug came out. And so he arrives home a little while later, and his wife looks out the door at him, and he's white from formula spurting out all over the place. He's red from the blood, and he's black and blue from the scratches and grinning from ear to ear, and she describes it like a bad Halloween sitcom. And oh, I only have 1 minute left. Oh, boys, that went by fast. I'm not going to be able to tell you the second story. But what I do want to tell you is that from having that power wheelchair, Mike also visits clients with ALS, newly diagnosed people. He traveled the country with his family. He met Stephen Harper and told him how difficult it was for people to live with ALS. And most importantly, he's not sitting in bed. He's still engaged in life. He's not feeling sorry for himself, and he's still relevant. I want to say thank you for this opportunity. This is a wonderful concept, and I know that you all do it with genuine hearts. And so no matter who receives the benefits of these donations tonight, someone's life will be better. So thank you very much.